Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's JoJo May with Tops Now today. It is June 16th, 2025. So you got working my new shirts, got the logo on the back. If you're looking for one, send me an email. My admin, send me an email with your address, and I'll get you one out. And let me know your size too. This is a medium. It's kind of tight. Might shrink. So I got larges and extra larges, but limited number, just so you know. I'm not going to number them or sign them unless you see me in person, and I'll sign them if you want. Not that I need anybody needs my autograph. All right, let's get right into coffee and cards here. Whatever. I don't have my coffee. I had it way early this morning. Me and the wife did some yoga. It was a very nice morning to wake up to. I did post up that I'm done with the numbers game on the on my little theory about how the cards are sorted. I think that ChatGPT took me down a rabbit hole, and it just didn't want to let me go. Even though I put in all the stuff that Matt from the group, mathematician, statistician, I mean, all the stuff he gave me, it makes perfect sense. But even when I put it in ChatGPT, I originally planted that seed that I thought that there was something amiss with um, the uh, basically the big hits, the monster hits, the one of ones, and the thing. If you want to be a conspiracy theorist, sure, go ahead. You can think it still, and maybe it is. Maybe there is something there because it all falls within the variance. I haven't got a monster. I mean, we consider a monster hits one of ones, but you hit a one on one. Most of the time, you're just going to hit on the very low print run, 300 and something. Actually, one of my one on ones is from a 270 print run. Of course, you got a pretty good chance of hitting that when you buy 20. Uh, but the other ones, the one of one autograph relics and stuff like that, some of them I went very deep on, and I just didn't get anything. So that's really sent me down, especially my the Able card from the Phillies. I wound up just getting some gold on 160 bought. So it really, got me thinking. Well, and then I see somebody bought one, and he gets the five. Of course, most of the buyers are probably going to be one card buyers. Uh, there are a few people that are going to go 100 deep on a rookie pitcher for Philadelphia. Uh, so yeah, so your odds are still. I mean, it still worked out. I got two hits on 100, and I got one on the 40 buy and one on the 20 buy. But that's four gold, and that's exactly what that's probably better than the odds of hits, but nothing worth a not the '05 I was looking for, not the '05 autograph. I mean, is yeah. So anyway, I went down that rabbit hole, and I think ChatGPT just left me there. And so basically, I had to just tell it that, hey, we're going to believe the math. What else do we got? And the only thing we're looking at right now is maybe buy earlier because when I bought earlier in the season, I would just buy 20. And as soon as they popped, I'd buy 20. And we were doing pretty good. We were hitting reds and such like that at a better clip. Uh, I haven't seen one. Well, I haven't seen one on a low print card. Like we got one on a Judge, we got one on a Ohtani Reds, but we hadn't seen something like that in forever. And it could be that I'm buying later in the morning when I see uh, everybody putting in what they want, So I buy a little more or whatever, and it just seems like I just get more gold or more orange. So they're hits, but they're just not the hits that everybody wants. And so I went down that rabbit hole, and so now I'm going to just buy the cards early, like because I'm going to buy 20 of each, no matter what. Uh, because we already have nine all buyers and me makes 10. So I'm just like, well, that just leaves 10 left over for other people to buy. And team buyers, I've got team buyers for most of them. It's like the Reds, I got to buy 40 right off the bat. So I'll buy those right away and see how that changes. Now, like on the Reds, maybe I'll buy the 20 in the beginning and then 20 at the end. And I will break them up. I used to buy them all from the day, like today's cards. You're looking at Ohtani, uh, Geraldo, Spencer, and Cam Smith. Well, I bought those all already individually instead of putting them all together. Now, it makes it a lot more paper, and shipping is a lot more on tops. Uh, but I think that might take out what we really worry about, which is the human factor, because there is a human still packing these. We don't know where they're at in the pecking order when it comes to deciding which parallels go in there, because it only says lucky hit. So that human might go, wow, the computer kicked out that Joe, or Joe's buyers group, one one got crazy lucky and what got two one of ones. And they might go, oh, that's just like a little too much. Let's take that one of one and move it on over to uh, to one of these one buyers, or so we make a single person happy, and we make more people happy. Uh, do they do that? I would hope they don't, because I hope it's just random and the computer kicks it out. It has. I do get the right amount of hits, but they might just go, well, take that gold and move that over here and put that other one on one over here. Someone packs these, and that's where we could have a fall down. And so these are things that I think about, just because I buy these cards for the group. Okay, I try to sell them all. So I basically only have one or two for my collection. Uh, but yeah, it does seem like yeah. Anyway, I buy them for the group, and I want to give these away. I want to get some great hits for the group, and that's what I want to get. And then the Phillies ones, they were all on me. They were mine. I bought because I really, really like the Phillies, and I really we only had a couple Phillies this year, and I pretty much bought 100 on all of them. Well, we've had five, and I bought 100 on three of them, and I haven't seen a red at all. That's what I want. And what I should have been doing is just saving all that money and just buying the red from the lucky SOB that gets it. No, I shouldn't say that. It's just it's going to be some one buyer in Philadelphia, some 13-year-old kid, and I'll never see it. So yeah, you very rarely see the Reds. I saw the Reds on the Wheeler, but the Wheeler one I did get. The very first Wheeler I bought 100 of, and I did get a red on that one. But other than that, no, no Reds. So am I in the market for them? I don't know if I really want to go out and pay for something that I've already spent all the money up front on just base cards. So I'll just keep a stack of base cards. Anyway, let's get into the cards. That's enough of that. It was driving a lot of negative thinking too in the group, and we don't want that. We want just no skunks for everybody. But when you're buying one card, you're going to get a lot of skunks. You buy five cards, you're going to get a lot of skunks. You buy 20 on big cards, you're still going to get a lot of skunks. All right. So talking about big cards, Jobe Bellingham, Jude's brother. Okay, so this popped up in my feed, and I bought some right away because I was thinking, oh my goodness, I better get this. I just love the look of the cards, the new cards for the BVB or whatever I'm not a big soccer guy, but I do know Jude Bellingham, and Job comes from the same bloodline, and he's forging his own path. He only wears his first name on the back of his shirt, and he's going to be good. He's tall, he's strong, and yeah, he's going to be awesome. But I did, as soon as I saw this Tops logo down on the bottom corner. Good job, Tops. Your design team, you guys killed it. I love this one. This looks really good. And the big thing I wanted to talk about on this card was, first of all, because look for short prints. just like you had to look for autos. But we've had short prints before. You have a short print today of Ohtani, and it doesn't say look for short prints. Somebody said, "Oh, we gotta bump this up a little bit," you know, and I think they put the short prints in the Ohtani, and they should put them in every judge because they're charging more money for those cards. They should just do the short prints, and they should say how many there are. And that's always been a bone of contention. I asked Tops to their face at the Tops Platinum meeting 2 years in a row how many of the short prints are there. And they said, we'll never tell. And but a while ago, and I don't remember exactly which one it was. I should remember this. Uh, I'm supposed to be the expert, but you can't. I mean, I'm almost 60, so you can't remember everything. I guess I had one too many beers and killed that brain cell. Anyway, I always said that one said the very first one, or one of the ones in the very early, said that there were 100. And I always thought that seemed to make sense. And then we pulled our Michael Harris cards, which only had a 700, under 700 print run, and it had a photo variation in there, and we hit like six on 40 buy. So yeah, where I was like, that's right about the numbers of 100. That's great. So anyway, the short prints I think always have been 100, but they still won't say. So anyway, they said here finally 100 image variation short prints, and hopefully they'll travel that over to baseball next time and just say, look, it's 100, okay? So you know how many you should, or you have a pretty good idea how many you should be hitting. Uh, if you buy, you know, 100 of these or whatever you buy, and whatever the print run turns out to be. So yeah, um, and going back to that again, the print run thing and the number of cards you buy, the statistics showed my buys are being at or above average on everything except for the black cards of all things. Uh, the black cards I'm really short on getting, but maybe in the next 3 or 4 packages we'll get blacks. Actually, we got a black judge last time we opened some stuff, so maybe that's going to start picking up. And let's get into the Ohtani. And look at that short print, 250, 250 home runs. Okay, yeah, the short print's going to be pretty sweet. That's only probably only 100. We don't know that for a fact, uh, but it might depend. You know, they might say every 10,000 they throw 100 in. It could be that. Just to spread the hits out around so more people get hits, which I think is great. That's just a great thing to do. Um, but not telling how many are, that's just it's just not that's not fair. It's not fair to the collectors uh, who want to hit these and have know what how many there are, just because that determines a value a little bit. And people are about value when it comes to collecting cards. They are. Uh, some people like me. I mean, I do collect for value too, but I collect because I love the story that Topps Now cards tell. It tells the whole story of the season. I love that. It's to me, it's the greatest baseball set that has ever been conceived. Um, but as you'll see, Ohtani charging you more when it comes down here. All right. Now, if you buy one, okay, it's the same price. But down here, if you're going to go buying in bulk, it's going to cost you a little bit more. Uh, and yeah, I charge my buyers at the Buyers Club $9 a piece, $8 if you're an all buyer. So that it works out. So I get my free one or two cards if they all sell. If not, then I have to have to figure out what I'm going to do with them. Put them in the boxes and put them in the vault, and hope the flippers don't kill the price. All right, next up, we got Perdomo, who walk off. Was it a walk off? No, that was a comeback in the ninth inning. I have it written down here. Yeah, five run ninth inning, and they came back and won against the Padres. Uh, yeah, this is a Diamondbacks card. It's of someone who's not a big name, not a rookie. Uh, so this one has that chance of printing probably under 300 cards. Now the issue is, I go ahead and say this: it's printing under 300 cards, and then people will go out and buy them, thinking it's going to be a high price card, because you look back, uh, and there ain't many people selling certain cards, and most of them are 400 and less. And so if it prints 400 and less, if it prints 300 less, for sure the card is going to go up in value, because you have a lot of people buying one of each card every day to complete a set. You don't think there's a lot, but there is, because, and they don't come to me. I don't know why they don't come to me. They just pay $6 a card, and they still get a chance at parallels. I don't know why you don't come to me if you're doing that, but there are a lot of people out there doing that, and that's what they want to do. They don't want to go through me, and I understand that. That's fine. I appreciate other people who enjoy the set as much as I do, and the passion and the money it's going to cost is quite a bit. Now you could go to flippers and just buy them. That's fine too. Um, flippers on eBay, you can do that too. That's probably cheaper, but you don't get any parallels at all. Anyway, if you buy these from Topps and then you get a hit and you don't get the base card, then you're looking for the base card, and you're looking for the base card after the fact, after the print run has come out, because you've already got it in hand, and so they're already gone from eBay, or they're 40, $50, and there's a bunch of them like that. No, not a bunch, a half dozen, and it's always been like that. Well, it was like that in 2000 and 2001, 2020 and 2021, because they had the same way, they took the parallels and made them part of the print run total. So when you had some cards that only had like 80 copies, so, and it actually had more parallels than they had base cards. So yeah, it's an interesting animal when it comes to stuff like that. So, but Diamondbacks, Rays, and some of the other teams are just really just don't sell well, at least with Topps Now, and they're just small market teams. And so when you come out to go and buy these after the fact, they can be pricey. People didn't want them when they happened, but then they want them afterwards. All right, we got Spencer here, and I might have to buy some more of these if I look, because I'm pretty. No, it's not a rookie. So yeah, Spencer Strider is pretty good. One of the great pitchers right now. Uh, Definitely pick this card up if you're a Braves fan for sure. And then you had Cam Smith walk off, which I saw, which is pretty awesome. Uh, and Cam Smith has what we call the rookie tax, right? So he's a good rookie, and so Topps puts some extra money on him. They say in an effort to keep the print run down, to keep him, uh, to keep the print run down, but still make their money, right? So, but they want to keep the print run down to make this exclusive. They don't want to. I mean, the number one rookie comes out, and on demand, you can buy as many as you want. Why wouldn't you buy 10,000 if you knew he was going to be the big thing, right? Why wouldn't you? They don't want that. They don't want these cards to be that, as much as they don't want every one of them to sell 200,000 like Flagship does. Flagship will have a million cards, half a million cards. Topps Now has only got to a half million once, or once, twice. So Ohtani 50-50, and then the Olympic one. And then we got the hockey playoffs. They have maybe one or two more games. Panthers look ready to take them down, but uh, Edmonton shut them down this weekend. So, well, at least yesterday. Yesterday, yeah. Anyway, so we got another game coming Tuesday, and so we'll have our last of our stickers by Friday, most likely. And then that's pretty much it for coffee and cards. Wow, this card is still for sale. That's crazy. I think this card's been up for over a week. I don't even see an end date. That's I'll have to send that to Tops. There's no end date here. He's just going to keep selling them. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Just so you know, I'm going to get to my email, and then I'll get to the Facebook posts, and I'll have the cards updated for these cards today in about an hour, and then I will get to. Um, well, I got some shipping to do, uh, but I want to get to doing these the parallel giveaways for. Oh, look at that! It's an Ohtani. Parallel giveaways for the cards we have on hand from this year. I want to get those done so we can start getting some shipments to people for at least cards under 100. All right. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day, great week, and we'll see you tomorrow.